Today I want to talk to you about the importance of improv in your performance and how it can make you a better voiceover actor.
Every moment is a teachable moment.
Lots and lots of people talk about improv. Some people want to know, especially if they're doing more of the narrative type genres, is improv useful for me? Well, I'll tell you what, improv is useful for all voice acting genres. And one of the reasons why is that a lot of times we have copy in front of us that isn't necessarily written for the spoken word. It's not necessarily written to sound natural. It might be written for multiple reasons. Maybe somebody wrote some corporate copy that is also the same copy that's on their website for printed material or for a marketing brochure. A lot of times it really helps for you to utilize improv so that you can get into the storytelling aspect of it. And a lot of times improv for me is yes and of course really being present in the story, creating that story, having the imagination to understand how can you make the words that are in front of you make sense to you and the person that you're speaking to when sometimes they don't make any sense at all. You really have to come into a scene. You have to create a scene in which those words make sense to you and that when you speak them, they sound real and they sound authentic. Improv can help lead you into the sentence or the words that you're saying. And so a lot of times some people will equate that to a lead-in. And absolutely, it can be a lead-in, but also you are responsible not just for the leading in, but the conversation that happens prior to your lead-in, because you've created a scene in which you're reacting. Acting is reacting, and that you're responding to. And so it's not just enough for you to just kind of say, I'm going to start here. So here's my scene. I'm talking to my friend about this. And then I just go in and say, well, here's my story, right? I want you to actually go beyond that and really figure out what is it that the person that you're talking to, what are they saying to you? Because every time we go into a conversation or we're engaging with somebody, we're engaging with our listener, there has to be a scene. There has to be something that happened the moment before. And a lot of times that can be an action or that can be a conversation. And I don't want it to be your conversation because it's not a monologue, right? It's not a monologue. It's an engaged, back and forth between you and the person that is listening to you. What are they all about? What are they interested in understanding, right? What are their problems that you're going to solve with this particular product or this particular procedure that you're going to be engaging with them on? Improv, if you take improv classes or you really start to think about your scene before you even speak any word, and you lead into that with improv. And that is something that you can, for some people, they don't mind a little bit of improv, especially in some commercial auditions or in animation. But in corporate or e-learning, sometimes they don't want to hear the improv, but that's something that you can entirely do in your studio and then take out afterwards. And it's really simple to do. You just need to give yourself a little beat before you start in with the first word on the script. Improv is important no matter what genre you're studying and no matter what script you're reading. For more performance tips, make sure to check out my videos here. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you next time.